The Trump administration has announced drastic cuts to foreign aid. More than 90% of USAID contracts will be eliminated. This amounts to a reduction of $54 billion in international assistance. The cuts also affect 4,100 State Department grants, totaling $4.4 billion. This decision represents shift in US foreign aid policy. It reflects a retreat from decades of US support aimed at stabilizing other countries. The administration argues that these projects promote a liberal agenda. Critics say the cuts could destabilize regions reliant on US aid. President Trump initiated a 90-day review of foreign assistance programs. This review aimed to determine which programs should continue. The funding freeze has halted thousands of US-funded projects abroad. Many USAID staff have been placed on forced leave or terminated. The administration's approach has been described as aggressive and rapid. Non-profits have reported that contract terminations are happening at breakneck speed. They claim there has been no meaningful review of these terminations. In total, the administration plans to eliminate 5,800 out of 6,200 multi-year USAID contracts. This will leave very few projects intact for advocates to defend. The memo detailing these cuts was obtained by the Associated Press. It indicates that the administration acted in response to a federal court order. This order required officials to lift a month-long block on foreign aid funding. The rapid move to terminate contracts was seen as a way to circumvent compliance with this order. Critics, including non-profit organizations, argue that these cuts will have severe consequences. They warn that the loss of funding could exacerbate issues in vulnerable regions. The Trump administration has justified its actions by stating that foreign aid is not in the best interest of the United States. They believe that US taxpayer money should not fund what they consider ineffective programs. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has reviewed the terminations, according to the State Department. The administration claims that this is part of a broader effort to streamline government operations. However, many organizations argue that the cuts are politically motivated. They assert that the administration is prioritizing an ideological agenda over humanitarian needs. The memo from the administration suggests that many more terminations are forthcoming. Non-profits have been warned to prepare for further cuts. The funding freeze has left many organizations unable to fulfill their commitments. They are owed billions of dollars in payments that have been delayed. The administration has recently begun to release some payments again. However, this has only freed a small portion of the total owed. The cuts to USAID and State Department grants represent a very important moment in US foreign policy. Historically, foreign aid has been used as a tool to build alliances and promote stability. The current administration's actions could fundamentally alter the landscape of international assistance. The long-term implications of these cuts remain uncertain. Thus, the Trump administration's decision to cut foreign aid contracts is unprecedented. It represents departure from established US policy. The elimination of funding could have far-reaching effects on global stability. The coming months will reveal the full impact of these cuts on international relations and humanitarian efforts.